feel you. Same with YouTube, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
Well, it's you don't have not one person does not have enough time in your life to be successful in all of these platforms. I think that's something we kind of get suckered into, especially now that we don't have shows, so our focus is so online. We're so focused on, like, at least most people I talk to, like, you have to have a presence everywhere, but you're one person, maybe a couple of people making all of that content. Like, man, I have seen more burnout in our community, and including myself. I straight had like crash and burned last week. My husband took away my phone and we went to the zoo because I was just spiraling. But that's something like everyone is experiencing, and we put just too much pressure on ourselves to be everywhere all the time.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, because I was actually just watching a Gary Vee with Quaid in the shop.
Yeah,
he's good stuff. But he was talking about how a lot of people, they'll get famous on one, like TikTok or somewhere else, and then they won't really transfer that over. And he was wondering why. And I was thinking to myself, why you're saying that? Like, it's probably because it's a lot of extra work to go back over, just like you were saying. I mean, people, you can keep up one social media platform pretty well, I feel like. It's like the one that you just have like naturally gravitate to. But yeah, trying to go all of them, you just can't do it. Or you have somebody that like is following you around making all your content, and you're just the guy who's like doing it.
You mean you're Gary Vee?
Yeah.
Yes, that's basically how he works. Yeah.
Well, so April and I have that podcast, Hot Glue and Bobby Pins, and our next episode, we're actually going to kind of talk about a little bit of this more, because like I think it's important now more than ever that creators are honest with their audiences about things. And a lot of this burnout is coming from people watching people with huge creative teams create a ton of content because people are making it for them, and they're trying to mimic that, and it's impossible. It's just, you've got to do what you love, or it's going to kill your passion for it. Like, what's the point if you don't love what you're doing? It shouldn't be stressful, right? Like, if it's your full-time job, it should for sure be work, but you shouldn't be like having mental breakdowns over it.
Yeah. From someone that like, that's actually kind of what I do for a living. I actually make content for people.
That's awesome.
It's something that you have to explain to people that, too much can sometimes be too much, unless you're, like you said, you're not overexerting yourself and making it look fake. And you're creating fake content. Like, you have to be natural. You have to be realistic. That's what people want to see. And it is really hard. Like, we literally have a team of 5 people that make content for other people.
Yeah.
So like, like someone trying to do it themselves, and I can see how it definitely could be stressful.
Yeah. I certainly am it's interesting you say that, because I've entered a place where I've realized, like, if I want to do all the things I want to do, which I do, and I've been honest with my audience about this, it's time I start hiring people to help me. Like and instead of thinking of that as like, I think some people think of that as like selling out, like you're hot. No, like, it's okay to get help. And also I would then be like, if I hire you, Kofi, I'm now employing another creative in my space. How cool for our economy to do that. I just want honesty behind it when people do that, because we're setting such a bad example for these younger generations of hustle culture, and it's so dangerous.
Definitely.
So dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, it is a bit of both, right? You definitely need to hustle, obviously. But then, look at him clap. He did it.
It's true, though. It's
true. So true.